now that DeepSeek destroyed my earnings and dropped my entire wealth by like 20% in just one day, I'll have to make some more videos to keep the bills paid. But in all seriousness, welcome back. We're gonna talk a little about inventory today. So there's one big issue with inventory, and that is everybody's complaining about not having enough inventory space. And I think that's exactly fair. We don't have enough inventory space. There's been tons of items that's been added over the years, even just things like 4 different elemental essences, a new essence here, a new essence here. Stuff like that stacks up and you lose inventory space. Why is this such a big issue? I'll just show you my inventory real quick, then I'll show you a sketch that I mocked up that is based on Crocodile's suggestion that's been featured in the stream as well, and how I would actually improve on that. So this is my current inventory, right? Page 1 is just some essence on quick swap. I'm actually not sure where I have this one here, but some essence, the mountain, the cloak for quick mounting, we have the map, of course, and we have a bunch of gems. The second page is just gems, and that's where the problem starts. These 2 pages are literally just gems, and I'm not even keeping as many gems as some other people do. So we could even say that the entire third page would just be gems. Everything else is pretty much empty, except for this page that I'm keeping right now because of the next smuggler event. I'm just preparing in case it is the 100,000 event again. And then I have like the last page full of essences and this page with some items to swap, some of the resist items that I started to prepare and other stuff, right? Things that I might need here and there, things that don't really make sense to keep in the storage, or it doesn't really change much. Now, why don't I keep stuff in the storage? I try to keep it organized. I have a bunch of things in here, some gems that I might use, might not, event items, more event items, just a bunch of things. Now, technically, this could be moved over to the event items right here. So it's not really that sorted, but it's all right. A few gems, jewels and stuff, jewel boxes, and a few items. These are all 125, don't get jealous, basically just trash, got unlucky, but that's what my inventory looks like. Out of all the items that I have, I could definitely get rid of a bunch of them. I don't really need all of them. I just keep some for fun, some for wannabe PvP, and just to have it, right? Because I want to keep it, I should be able to keep it. But here are the things that kind of make this a little bit more problematic. Smuggler event wasn't always a thing in DSO. Added like 7 different types of entrances. These are the 24k ones. Then we have experience books. Technically, I can throw them away. I just don't want to. I kind of find it hilarious to gather them, right? This one can't even be crafted anymore, but we still have these buffs lying around. We have 1, 2, 3 of these things because the 4th one's missing. We just have, there's so much stuff that's just in the inventory. This coin and this coin is from the desert map, Deeps of Demise. You can get those here. Why isn't it a currency in the back? Like these little things, a lot of event entrances and stuff. I can see why we don't really have these in the storage and the ingredient bag because we have to use them, right? So that's kind of the way my inventory looks. Now, if we're looking at this exactly, we can see that 90% of the items that block space are either gems, which you cannot get rid of. I'll get into that later. Essences, which you don't want to get rid of, and you have no reason to use them because everything is too easy or not rewarding enough to use them for. Something that I would gladly give up a page for, that's fine. I'm okay with this. That's a choice I can make, right? But I can't really make this as a choice. And then just event items that I might need. Now, I could throw these away. I could do that, but then it's just gonna remove the grind that I've already put in. So why would I delete hours of my life? Just delete them. It doesn't really make sense, right? We want to keep this. That's kind of how the game works. That's how items work. You want to keep them. So here's the problem with gems. If you are going to delete them, melt them, whatever you want to do with them, if you were to do that and you just go into any map, your inventory fills up with gems again. So you still have the same problems. You cannot get rid of gems from the active inventory. That is issue number 1. Issue number 2 is essences. You cannot really get rid of the essences the way that the devs want us to in terms of just use them. Now, for example, Under Magic, Essence is just, you can't use it without basically trolling. You can use this for solo play, yeah, but why would you? Everything is one shot. Like, there's no reason to go anywhere if I can just enter a map on Blood and basically one shot everything. We're looking at Bloodshed with green Essence. That's a mini boss, right? 1-2 hits. Why would I use Essence for this? There's no reason to. And when I keep farming, I'll just get gems and gems and gems and gems. These gems keep way too much space away from us. So we need to have these gems moved into this ingredient bag. Just make a new tab for gems. Now another thing is we have this event page. There's also been a great suggestion, and I'll also link the suggestions in the comments, where I just sorted everything by the event type, which I think makes perfect sense. It would free up so much space. Just a really, really good suggestion. Here is the suggestion from Il Crocodillo. We're in GIMP right now because I've prepared it in here. We have a few of these things, and this is just the basic mockup that he came up with. I recreated it in GIMP, made it look pretty, and this is where we're at right now. Now, one of the biggest changes that I think is moving the storage button that we usually had over here in the right. We're moving it here. Now, why do we do this? Because it frees up space down here for more slots. Now, whether these slots are actually free to play or premium, I honestly don't care, but they need to have some incentives for us to buy premium, right? I would love if it's free, but overall, I think adding 2 new pages to what we already have would be incredible. This is also active inventory. Now we would get 2 pages with this, and then we would have another 2 free pages because all of the gems were gone. Now the essences don't seem like that much of a problem anymore. To make this fit though, we have to make the sort button a little bit smaller. Just a little bit. You might be able to see it. I kind of squished it down, right? It needs to be a bit smaller, otherwise it doesn't fit. But how do we balance this entire inventory? I personally think we can just make this a progression-based system, where the first page is free, the second page is gained by a quest. You could also use this for the first page and the second, or just for the first, whatever it is. It's just a random guideline, right? And then we're going to spend some gold on it, we're going to spend some undermount on it, and the next 3 pages that could be put in here would be there for deluxe players. I think that's a good way to balance it. We'll do it like that, whatever they're going to do, right? We will see something this early quarter in 2025, as far as they've said. They don't have too much time left to show us, but I'm really looking forward to something similar to this. I also added the explanation of why essences and gems aren't really that good right now. I'll post this in the suggestions channel later. That's kind of my pretty cold take on inventory, because it's basically everybody's take. But I just wanted to break down the thoughts behind it a little bit more and just showcase why inventory is actually an issue and what items are preventing us from using the entire inventory the way we want to, instead of just saying we need more inventory space. Hope you liked it. If you share this opinion, feel free to tell me. If you don't, feel free to tell me also, and have a good one. Good luck grinding.